Good morning. This is Heather / Hetty from Twitterland. This one is geared towards my Alive in Me account. I do have a couple, the other one's for epilepsy, which is epilepsy cures, but this one's for Alive in Me. And it's actually going out, which is posted, you'll see on there, to several that I've been earnestly praying for. One that's been going on, from my home church at Cornerstone, for like, I want to think 7 at least months now. And that's for katemcrae and her parents, Erin McCrae and Holly McCrae. And then, of course, her siblings, Olivia and Will. And the family's just amazing. And, the test, the news, everything was just absolutely not what was expected this past week there at Phoenix Children's. And it just, was heart-wrenching. But we all know that, God's got her still in his hands and, doesn't let go. And I know that from, all the health predicaments I've gone through. And these people are just amazing, and have been forever and a day, with faith. I mean, he's one of the pastors at my church, and she's just an amazing mom, wife of the pastor with just amazing faith. It just flabbergasts me how strong, even in, such tough times. I've, like I said, I found Jesus, so late in life, sometimes can work for a better course, for strength when you do go through tough times. Because I've been able to hold pretty tough through everything. So I'm still sitting here praying for my parents because they can't, I love them so much, they can't even come see me. So beside the point, the other amazing soul is Matt Chandler, which is at Matt Chandler 74 on Twitter, and his dear wife, Lauren Chandler. And they have just adorable children. And I mean, the family is just strong and amazing. And they flabbergast me as well. And he is just, in my prayers huge because, he is so strong and so just full of, God's love. And he's just so on fire and, just ready to get up and go and, keep, his Sundays and every day going, at church and, spreading his word, through, Jesus and just bringing more people to Christ. And he's just on fire, and it's not sitting here dwelling and going on about it. And the way, it all came about was just heart-wrenching for me was, so odd because both of those friends, are, I guess why it's so heart-wrenching with me is, it's brain surgery. And I've gone through it, twice, but for something totally different. And I'm going on my third, and it's for epilepsy. And so when it happens to a 5-year-old, now 6, and then a pastor who's like so on fire for Jesus, and it's like, but, God, why, I already have a third one coming up, just give it to me, because I'm going on a third brain surgery. But, Matt was amazing, and I'll always laugh when he and his wife were in the room, and he's like sitting here like, messaging us on Twitter, like humorous Twitter tweets, just trying to pretend that like when they did the surgery that they took out all the wrong parts of the brain. But then it came down that, when the test came back, the tumor that they took out was cancerous, and now he's going through all, the radiation. upcoming chemo and going on through February. And, so he's still, this last Sunday, after starting it all, and he's still, just on fire, and his tweets are amazing. So if you're not, connected with him, just connect with him and just see that, and just see the love pouring out, through him and for him, and the fact that his dad, accepted Jesus, and how it just lights up his life, I keep waiting for that day for my parents, my family, which is like from parents to cousins to, I'm the only one, to accept Jesus. So I know where that comes from. So, that's why I sit here and say, I'm praying that when Jesus keeps opening this door for my brain surgery, it's like, couldn't just bring all the Jensens to Jesus. But, you never know. But then we also have another dear friend. His title on here I posted, but I think it's Trapper Mark for Twitter, but his actual name is Mark Trapper. So, and amazing soul. I just always full of spunk, and I'm from North Carolina, so that's always a way that I meet people, is because I like to give them the lowdown of how it ruined my 18-year-old life, but I would love to go back. And he really and truly has such a heart, and out of nowhere, came down, of course, with tests showing that he has cancer of the colon, and it looks like it's going to be a type that will be able to be cured, in a sense, going through the radiation and I guess an oral sense of chemo. But you can never ever exactly rely upon that. You can rely upon God, and you can rely upon prayer. So that's why I'm posting, all of that. So, and then of course, the other person whose, little one has been, was born and just instantaneously wasn't able to be held. And that one is just, you'll see the name on here, Brian. Their baby is just absolutely precious, but has been just suffering from multiple, issues, where it has to have all these different tubes and wasn't able to be touched or, held, for weeks. And just recently has been able to be, so anyway, but, tubes are coming out more finally and such. But it's just, keep them in your prayers too. As I said, you'll see all the names posting here, and I'll be posting it to all their sites. Just, he rocks because he has such faith, and he just is always just seeing the glory that God is working through it all. And anyway, there's this amazing several verses in Psalms 139. And I just wanted to just read them off real quick in case you just haven't come across it lately. And I'll just start with 139:3. You chart the path ahead of me and tell me where to stop and rest. Every moment you know where I am. You know what I am going to say even before I say it, Lord. You both precede and follow me. You place your hand of blessing on my head. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too great for me to know. And then skipping down to 13, it goes on, it says, you made all the delicate inner parts of my body and knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous, and how well I know it. You watched me as I was being formed in utter seclusion, as I was woven together in the dark of the womb. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed. So just look for these people's postings and their names and just know that He has plans and He will work this out. And I love you all. Send me your prayers, and that's that alive in me. Blessings.